Hello and welcome to Aston Martin Dallas. We're excited today to give you a sneak preview of the fastest, most powerful, luxurious SUV on the planet, the Aston Martin DBX707. It combines the convenience of the SUV, the exhilaration of a sports car. It is pure Aston Martin indulgence. Come with me and let's experience this together. So all new with the DBX707 is a more pronounced, more aggressive design language. Right from the get-go, you see this in the face of the 707. This enormous, classic Aston Martin DB grille. Unique with a double vane structure. This is extruded aluminum, metal to touch and feel. It's large in proportion, large in volume, because it has a lot of heavy lifting to do in terms of cooling the massive twin-turbo V8 engine that puts out almost 700 horsepower. This is 707 PS, 900 Newton meters of torque. And so with that, we've enhanced the lower splitter here. It's wider, it's deeper, it provides stability from downforce, and also you see the lower grille aperture here that helps feed and cool the engine and also the brakes. Down to the side, we've got a complete new change in the language of the daytime running light. And above and below are vents. The vents help dissipate pressure that builds up in the front section of the nose, and it's vented through down here behind the wheel arch. Also this component here, and this acts to help take the air that's turbulent at this point and smoothly and cleanly pass it down the side of the car. Now, with great power comes great responsibility, and so what's new for DBX707 are the carbon ceramic brakes. They're massive. You've got these big 6-piston caliper brakes in the front, single piston in the rear, and a new profile on the wheel. Today, we're displaying the new optional 23-inch wheel. The DBX707 echoes all of the classic design language of Aston Martin. You'll notice the very short front overhang. This has both a visual appeal, but pragmatically it's pushing back the mass weight of the engine, putting a fantastic proportion of balance between front and rear. You really notice that in the handling of the 707. As we come down the side, you'll notice the classic Aston Martin side strake. You've got a functional vent here that is deployed to dissipate and release the air pressure that builds up in this wheel arch. With that, we help keep the SUV planted on the ground, reducing lift. Super important when driving almost at 200 miles an hour. As we come down the side, you'll see the very strong, bold, aggressive design language, a high shoulder, and the golden proportion that Aston Martin deploys in all of our sports cars, and now the DBX. So, as you look at the car visually, you'll notice the glass house, 1/3 to 2/3 proportion. This beautiful silhouette shadow effect, and these beautiful positive and negative curves and design angles that are possible only through the superforming of aluminum at high temperature under intense pressure. And that's what gives the designers the ability to give us this fantastic muscularity on the car. This rear fender, look at it, it looks like muscle punching through silk. And as you look at the rear of the car, as we swing around, it's planted, it's aggressive, it looks fast even when it's standing still. So here we are at the back of the DBX707. This is really where form meets function. You've got obviously this beautiful sculpted rear end. Functionality is imparted through this rear wing. This is also a spoiler that acts dual purpose, downforce for stability at high speed, but also you can see the pass-through here. That allows airflow to come through and keep this back windscreen clean, devoid of water, rain, and dirt. Therefore, there's no need for a rear windshield wiper. You can see the classic Aston Martin flick We call that the ducktail, affectionately. That's also giving a beautiful finish. It echoes the curvature of the front grille, but pragmatically, it's also exerting downforce at high speed. Again, a secondary rear spoiler for stability. And then, as you notice, as we pass down here, you'll notice this feature, again, a new addition to DBX. This is allowing venting of high pressure built up in the rear wheel arch and extrudes it back cleanly at the rear of the car. And then look at this, the quad exhausts, again, the design language of aggression, of speed and power, and then this magnificent double diffuser. Diffuser is so important. As you can see these veins, their purpose is to cleanly dispel the air from the rear, the bottom of the vehicle. As we come back, I wanted to show you the volume of the DBX707. Largest in class for both headroom, legroom, and stowage. So back here you have over 632 liters of space, and then hidden you have an extra 62 liters of space. And down here we're featuring the optional spare wheel and tire. The only hard decision is, where are you going this weekend and what are you going to throw in the back? So if the outside of the DBX707 was all about power and design and proportion, the inside is all about the affection of comfort and luxury, the authenticity of the materials. Aston Martin, of course, has always been famous for the glass switches. The 707 incorporates some beautiful new material. The incredibly complex carbon fiber twill and the beautiful Scottish hides accented in the contrast stitching and the detail that really differentiates Aston Martin from everybody else. You can smell that Scottish leather, just infuses the cabin with luxury. The detailing includes things like broguing, celestial perforation. It's really something to behold. And when you focus on the changes to the 707, immediately you'll notice this instrument array, this switch cluster. And this is deploying the 5 different drive modes that you can enjoy. The off-road and terrain, the Sport and Sport Plus, and the long-distance cruising GT mode. There's also a programmable custom mode where you can tune in different aspects of suspension and handling, throttle mapping, and acceleration. The design of the car purposely was to convey 5 adults that were 6'4", over long distance, high speed, in absolute comfort and luxury. And so coming up next, we take the DBX707 out on the road. Come with me, you won't be disappointed.